Okay, so in this video, I'm be explaining how you can upgrade your DNA and become smarter. And this is Colorado State University education. We're going to talk about neuroplasticity. So right here, it says neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to recognize itself by forming new neural pathways throughout life and in responses to experiences. While the brain usually does this itself in response to injury or disease, when humans focus their attention enough, they can slowly rewire these pathways themselves. The habit loops are broken by reshaping thinking using mindfulness. Now, I don't like that they use this word because, they're never going to tell you the fucking truth. But really, reshaping thinking by using logic, because most people are illogical, contrary to popular belief. Mindfulness refers to focusing attention in a sustained, deliberate way, looking at the present. Okay, you know what the fuck that means. But yeah, becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings, understanding what and why, and changing them is how you'll be able to reshape the neuroplasticity in your brain and build new neural pathways. As it says right here, the redirection of thoughts and actions will start to change neural pathways as habits begin to be replaced and new parts of the brain are used. The brain literally starts to rewire itself with a simple change of mindset. Breaking habits. Knowing this information does not make breaking habits any less difficult, and that's true. It's still hard, but you can do it, right? And telling yourself that you can't do something is quite literally just cope. So you need to develop courage, but also intelligence. So intelligence begins with reasoning and logic. The more you think reasonably, or no, I'm not even going to say that. The more you think logically in alignment with morality, you're thinking based on the highest or basically universal principles of the universe. So if you want to become intelligent and you want to build neural pathways that support that in your brain, then you have to start consciously thinking better. Once you think better, you create better thinking habits and patterns, and it will also build new pathways in your brain cells, which will upgrade your own DNA. When you think like a dumbass, then you build neural pathways that support the dumbass train of thought and pattern of thinking. And a lot of people don't understand this, but they like to blame their own genetics and shit like that. And yes, genetics are important in how you think and operate, but you have control over making it better. Now, considering thoughts consist of imagination, reasoning, and all that shit, willpower, right? But if you really want to become intelligent, you have to think logically. Well, logic comes from the word logos. Logos in ancient Greek philosophy and early Christian theology means the divine reason, which is just reason, your ability to reason, implicit in the cosmos, ordering it and giving it form and meaning. But moral of the story is that it's saying that logos or logic is the divine reason, right? So the etymology of logic is reason, discourse, language, right? So the universe has a logical order, and they lied and said that it's inconceivable, but the truth is, if it's logical, that means it's simple and it's actually intellectually conceivable through reason. So these Satanists have been lying to us about, oh, God is just unfathomable. Fuck no. God is simple, and the only what seems complex is really just deepening your intellectual understanding of reality and yourself, because it starts from within. Logic itself is a system or principles of reason, but ultimately inexorable truth. This is the natural spiritual way to find truth, through logic. And through logic, you find understanding or comprehension. So intelligence is not necessarily how much knowledge you have. It's how much understanding you have, which comes from reasoning and logic. moral logic to be specific, because that's what the universe is based on, moral law. And look, here you go. The word reason, meaning thought. I mean, that's basically what filters your thoughts and feelings. So, reason is very, very, very important for your own spiritual or moral, mental, emotional health, and finding truth. Here's another definition of logos, right? The rational principle that governs and develops the universe. Now, the only reason why they say rational is because morality and rationality are inseparable. So in order to be rational, everything that's rational will also be fair, and everything that's fair is also rational. So when you see people use rational, it also includes morality, and they even say it here, the divine word or reason incarnated Jesus Christ. And really is just metaphorical for logic is what governs the universe. Moral logic, to be specific, again, and when you develop a logical mind, people think that you become insensitive. That's just not true. You become sensitive to truthful feelings and thoughts, and you develop moral excellence. And this will also upgrade your DNA. This is how you upgrade your third eye, because you need moral excellence to obtain psychic powers. So moral excellence is ultimately what's going to upgrade your fucking mental powers, brain power, reason. Another definition, the faculty or power of acquiring intellectual knowledge. So you need reason to acquire knowledge by first principles or argument. But it's really first principles, because you need to know the basis of everything to build a solid foundation. Most people's mindsets are built on faulty beliefs, so it's easy to fall apart and their minds collapse in the face of truth. So it's very good for you to build a good foundational and logical ideology. Or build your idea. Make sure your ideologies are founded on logic and not flawed logic or the bullshit Satanists have been teaching us. And then you won't have the fear of being wrong, because your principles are based on the truth. The funny thing is, though, it is annoying when you're not used to thinking properly. A lot of people run from thinking because it requires them to accept truths that they've been conditioned to go against. The whole world has been conditioned with this flawed logic and this moral inversion. So they think what they think is the truth is not the truth. So when thinking logically, they instantly fucking go against it. And it hurts, and they don't like thinking. It hurts their fucking brain. But that comes from conditioning. And then they wonder why they're confused all the damn time. If you want to upgrade your DNA, it's really your choice. You just start thinking better. You can upgrade your DNA and stop blaming other people or blaming genetics or blaming the chances of the universe, because that's what Satanists want you to believe, that you have no control over yourself, which is a complete fucking lie. Most people don't even want to fucking get better. It's like, why in the hell do you not want to understand the world for yourself? Why do you not want to? What's so hard about it? If the shit that's going on in your life does not make any sense, but you're refusing to accept any other perception or way of thinking, or you're actively denying logic, then you are choosing willful ignorance. And then your DNA is going to reflect that. And then it's going to turn into jealousy and hatred for other people who choose to do the right thing and think properly and fucking upgrade their DNA. Being dumb is quite literally a conscious choice. So don't be that dumb person that ignores everything and only believes what they're told, and then get mad because they're fucking stupid and they can't figure shit out because they don't want to figure shit out. Don't be that person.